basically, you pretty much you seeking these other groups, and you're gonna go with the group that makes you feel good, all right? Because you like the benefits, the luxuries. You know what I'm saying? The feasts. So you picking that camp, you going to the house of feasting. You don't want to go to the house of mourning. And notice, with us, we ain't got on gay clothing. We don't have soft raiment. We got on garments of sackcloth, which is attire for mourning. And the prophets are going to be prophesying in that attire, man. All right, sackcloth.
Prophesying sackcloth.
Yeah.
So if you call yourself a prophet, you're supposed to be not pushing forward a glorious or a mirthful message, but a message of mourning. The book written therein, the book is Lamentation of Mourning and Woe. You got it, right?
You rather go to the camp they serious, man. They mourning because they prophesying, man. These other groups that's into that comfort zone and mirth and feasting, they're not really prophesying, man.
Hey, I gotta say this, bro.
Why prophesy and talk about how all this evil is gonna come, but yet everything is all good and we having fun?
And
that doesn't match.
You
know,
they know they made it.
They don't go together, so that's how you know who's real and who isn't, man.
I'm gonna say this. I seen
the house of mourning are the prophets.
Yep.
The house of feasting are these false prophets that's settled on their lease, man.
What it say? I think it's in Jeremiah that prophesy of a good.
They prophesy of peace.
Yeah, prophesy of peace. You know.
They say that you should have good assurance of peace in this place.
Yeah. That's what you other camps are. That got that mirthful spirit about you. That don't push the detrimental times that we're coming into.
Right, it says by sword and famine shall those prophets be consumed. So continuing Ecclesiastes 7:3, it's like it's 7:2. For that is the end of all men, and the living will lay it to his heart. Sorrow is better than laughter, for by the heart, it's like sorrow is better than laughter, for by the sadness of the countenance the heart is made better. The heart of the wise is in the house of mourning, but the heart of fools is in the house of mirth.
I already know the Prince of the Air is making sure this footage is probably going to be hard to be heard because all this goddamn wind. You know, but hey, read it louder, bro. Read that again and read it a little louder.
Sorrow is better than laughter, for by the sadness of the countenance the heart is made better.
Yep.
The heart of the wise is in the house of mourning, but the heart of the fool is in the house of mirth.
Yep. The heart of the wise is in the house of mourning. Why? Because the prudent foreseeth the evil.
Yep.
And they hide themselves, man.
Yep.
Okay? They're redeeming the times because they know the days are evil. That's why they're mourning. That's why they're in that solemn spirit. That's why on the Passover, we ain't turning that into no party.
Hell no.
We gonna party when we in the kingdom, man. When we get in the end zone, then we gonna celebrate.
Yeah. We don't celebrate before the end zone.
We're not showing,
10.
We're not showing big ass guns on YouTube and shit.
None of that shit.
You know? Going
Still
hiding, man. Be secret, man.
Straight up.
Secret to it.
You know?
Yeah.
See, but if you not wise, you gonna go to where all the gimmicks is at.
Yep.
Cause that appeases you better more than
the wisdom itself.
Yeah, man. You rather hey, that's the difference of choosing to go to the broad way and not the narrow way.
Yep.
You can't handle the bitter, you just want the sweet. So that's why you go and pick and choose these camps that's most comfortable for you. I want to look glamorous, so I want to go to the IUIC so I can get one of those glorious garments. You know, I want to go to the ISBK because it's guaranteed that you're gonna get some grilled hot dogs and fried chicken and orange soda and macaroni and cheese. You know, you get the pig out over there.
Southside Neto might put me on Black 101.
Yeah.
My video might go viral or interviewing me or whatever.
Yeah. Take me to the gun range. I never shot a gun before.
Yeah,
You know? carnal as hell, man. But those that choose to come to the house of mourning, hey, you wise.
Yeah.
Because you mourning because of, you know, your knowledge is increasing, therefore sorrow is increasing.
Hey, back in the day when we was choosing, we first heard it back 07, 08 or whatever, we watched a certain camp, because everybody was Israel, you just, whoever was an Israelite, you was kind of watching. So as you was watching, you didn't know, but it just, for some reason, it just, the apostles just made more sense. And it was the wisdom that we loved. The learning of the wisdom that they was teaching. It wasn't about, dang, like before, I remember seeing Shield of Wisdom's Passover. It was in a gym. Basketball gym, they had the women in the back and all of that. We was like, dang, look at that garment, that's a dope garment, look at that, that's cool, that's this, that's that. You know, but then, when they was teaching, they street teaching, we was kind of like,
Right.
But when you heard the apostles teach, it was like, ooh, where they videos at? Put more. That's the last one. We gotta wait till they upload for next week. Like, damn. You know, because we was hungry for this word, for that breath of life, this wisdom.
If you got a question,
It's okay.
It's cool, man.
It's all right.
Now, if you have a question, you know, we out here to answer any question you got, man. We out here
And it may be the same
prophesying.
question that someone else has that gets answered too by answering in front of everybody.
I didn't really have one. I just thought maybe you had something to pass along to take with me.
No, we don't have no flyers or pamphlets or nothing like that. We just come out here faithfully every week, and we just hold church right here, you know.
Of your own accord, or you belong to an organization?
Well, you could say that we have an organization, you know. And, we all throughout the world actually. We global. There's a lot of men standing up doing what we're doing right here, all around the world, you know. And all we're doing is just coming out of the Holy Bible and teaching the truth how it's supposed to be taught.
That's what you talking.
Rightly dividing the word of truth. Precept must be upon precept. We're supposed to teach this word correctly. And instead of going into our own opinions, we're supposed to just bring the word out as it is written, you know, and give our people understanding, because they're not getting the true understanding in these religions. The Catholic Church, the Christian Church, whatever denomination, you know, they get certain bits and pieces right, but they don't have the full scope of the truth.
This is all male.
Huh?
This is all male organization.
Well, as far as our occupation coming out here and teaching, yeah, it's just men. You know, and it tells you in the Bible that, you know, the Lord is calling men to come out and do this. Our women, they supposed to learn up under us. As it
Teach
is
them at
written.
home.
If they will learn anything, let them learn from their husbands. You know what I mean? So we got women that follow, that listen, but they're not out here, you know, teaching.
Now I pray every day. So that's why I stopped to see what you guys are saying. I mean, and in my prayer, sometimes I'm just talking. And then other times I'm praying and meditating.
Right.
But I talk to the Lord every day. And he really got my attention a couple of weeks ago because I knew it wasn't my own thoughts. And I told him what I was going through, and he told me I was a coward. And I said, wow. I didn't think so. But I knew that was not in my head. No way I was thinking coward at all. Right. But I know when he put it there, now I'm walking with it saying, okay, maybe I have been. Maybe I need to step up a little bit better than what I've been doing. But congratulate you, brothers, man. Get the word out there. You know, I mean, it's a hard job. Anytime that you stand up like this, you know, the enemy's out there.
Could I ask you a couple questions, if it's all right?
All right.
Where you at on the sun? Which tribe are you? Because you said if we have anything to send with you, we're gonna send.
It's on the right
this
side.
This is what they call you today.
Oh,
This is
I'll
what they call you in
go
the
up
Bible.
here under the Negro.
Negro. Okay, so you're from the tribe of Judah. Okay, and so you can take that with yourself. You're a Hebrew Israelite, according to the Bible. You're
Oh,
from
I
the tribe of
definitely
Judah.
believe that we are the Hebrews here in America for another 400 years. I definitely believe that.
Did you say for another 400 years?
No, under the past 400 years, like
yeah,
last
it's the
time.
past, I'm sorry.
And then when our 400 years was up, we get back to acting the same way they got us punished the first time.
That's how it had been.
Yes.
That's going to change after this one.
After
You
this
know,
was going to
It's our
change.
last captivity.
This is it. The Lord is going to intervene, because if you notice the trends of how the world is going, this is the worst it's ever been.
And I tell you what though, and the brother that was in 12 Years a Slave. Remember that brother in that movie?
Solomon North played the character. Right?
Yeah, he was on Tavis Smiley. And Tavis Smiley was asking him, what did he think as, you know, the African American people, what's going to help him? He said, man, only divine intervention.
Right.
Nothing else.
He's exactly right too. That's pretty good. You seen Birth of a Nation?
Like a long time ago.
No.
No, I ain't seen it.
Nat Turner version. Nate Parker. You see that one?
Nat Turner actually wrote it?
No, it was about a biography about Nat Turner. Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
It was about Nate Parker. Nate Parker made that. He played it.
When my son was in high school, I forced him, he wanted to get an earring. And I told him to pick a leader. First I told him, study and find out why men over the last 1,000 years pierce their ears. You know what I mean? And he didn't want to do that. So, I mean, he's a teenager. He got the right to say no. And then he came back to me again and said, why I got to do something? I said, okay, pick a leader. You know, within the last 200 years in America. And don't pick Martin Luther King and don't pick Malcolm X. Don't exclude them. And he chose Frederick Douglass. And from his, he wrote it, he gave it to me. And from when I read it, I didn't know that Frederick Douglass was the first person removed from a public transportation. And he refused to get off the streetcar so adamantly that they unbolted the seat from the streetcar and took him and the streetcar off. And they was kicking his behind to get off that streetcar. But he ended up an ambassador to, I forgot, my son had it written down, a Caribbean island. And he was one of the first black men officially, one of them. There was quite a few prior to the Civil War that was actually invited to the White House to discuss Negro affairs. But yeah, man, you know what I mean?
There's a little bit more history on that Frederick Douglass for we ain't going into it.
Is what?
There's a little bit more history into that Frederick Douglass and going into the White House. But we ain't gonna deal with it right now.
No. For my son being 16, he did a good job.
Oh yeah.
He was 16. You know what I mean? He did a good job. I mean, you know, he researched into his abilities and everything. But I learned from his paper.
Right.
You know what I mean? From his paper.
Well, this is what I want to leave with you, because you know that's why a couple questions I want to ask you for things and leave you with something that you can take inside you. These people are God's chosen people, right? And 2/3 of these people are going to die here in America when America's destroyed in World War III. If you're not of the elect, which we're of the hopeful elect, we're out here because we're hoping to be of the elect to get salvation away from this place when it's destroyed. When that divine intervention comes, and he's going to beam up or give salvation to a remnant of his people. The rest of them got to die on the earth. They don't want to be of those.
I read Revelation only one time, because I don't think I could read it twice. It was too deep for me. It scared me.
It's actually pretty straightforward.
Yeah, it did. But it didn't say, he said that it would be 1,000 years peace or something like that. So everybody's not going to die.
It's going to be longer than that.
That 1,000-year peace, that actually happened.
Oh, it did?
Dark
That
Ages,
happened.
Byzantine.
Yeah, that happened.
Yeah, that already happened.
I'm going to get going, man. You got it. Keep it up.
All right.
That's what I was leading to.
Sometimes you can't even get the word out with Jake, man.
He went to Frederick Douglass. He went there. I'm like, yeah.
Frederick Douglass, he went to the White House and he sold out to Esau, man.
Yep.
You know, Esau, he thought he was in good, and Esau stabbed him in the back. So, hey.
He wanted to keep, because they saw he had, because what Esau will do, once he sees you have power on the earth, he'll try to corrupt that power and get you to use that power to work for him. And Jake sell out so easily now, it ain't hard to sell out to Esau nowadays. But if you won't, then he'll kill you.
Exploit.
Right. He'll exploit you. If you don't sell out to him, he'll just kill you. That's what the devil will do.
When he said pick any leader, I thought was that Isaiah 9? You know, Isaiah. The leaders of my people
cause lead the earth.
Isaiah, yeah, man. You know, you go and pick any leader, and you'll see all of them had deceit. They all.
If we know about them, Esau only wrote about them. So like, I'm gonna cut you off.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, but if we know about them, Esau cared enough, or they did something good for Esau, that he wrote them down in his books. Yep. All the real leaders don't get written down in Esau's books. You can read that out.
And the real leaders, Esau, he demonizes the real leaders, man. Esau ain't supposed to speak well about you in the history books. You know, if he's speaking good of you, that more than likely that leader wasn't he wasn't a real a leader, man. He sold out, man. You know, he got bought and paid for it. If there's any honorable, like he's honorably mentioned, or there's an honorable day that you celebrate him, and this man's setup, yeah, that man Esau, he worked for Esau, man. Because the real leaders, they're gonna be put to death, man. They're gonna be killed. They're gonna be evil spoken of. That's why Yahushua said, "Woe unto you if men shall speak well of you." For so did they unto the false prophets, man. You know, so that lets you know right there. Frederick Douglass, he was a damn sellout. Okay. Who are these other? All these guys, man.
Say that, man. Like Frederick Douglass, fucking idiot.
MLK.
I wanted to say that, man.
But it wasn't gonna get through to him. He's an old bottle.
And he said the same. He said he was like, well, 16, that's cool. All right, man, whatever. Bigger fish to fry than 6.
Couldn't really go there with Jake, man. Jake just wanted to conversate, and you see, he couldn't stay here and actually ask. But he had all the time to talk to us, to conversate, but he didn't have no questions for this.
He didn't have no time to listen either.
Yeah, man.
What happened with Frederick Douglass is Frederick Douglass was doing trying to abolish slavery. He had a newspaper, and he saw, okay, brought him in here. Let's talk about getting you black, you free Negroes rights and stuff. And when they brought brought that nigga into the White House, they said, okay, we're gonna do this, this, and this. And then when he sent him out, they stabbed him in the back. They didn't do none of that shit. They set him up for him to fail. To see what we wanted. Exactly.
Oh, that's what they want. They don't want the Lord. So okay.
Yeah, okay.
They just want to be equal. We got them still. All right, let's keep going.
All them niggas was fighting for the validation of Esau.
Yeah.
They wasn't fighting for your liberation to salvation. They wasn't fighting for you to come back to the Lord. You know? They just want you to be cohabitators under the so-called white man.
Not even so-called pastors or whatever, or deacon or reverends like Martin Luther King.
Yep.
Reverend Doctor, like that. Still, he even didn't want that. You know?
Set up.
Nigga
leaders. All right, this is Isaiah chapter 9, verse 16. For the leaders of this people cause them to err, and they that are led of them are destroyed.
Yep. Destroyed. All those men, like he said, count all these leaders, right? How many of them leaders paved the way for salvation? How many leaders then came up and they supposedly did all this honorable shit, but then Israel is still oppressed, still on the bottom, still in slavery, still under the white man?
I was just gonna say, how many of them paved the way for civil rights? What did civil rights do?
All it did was integrate.
Integrated us deeper into slavery.
Further oppression, man.
Integrated.
And we became worse as a nation when we came together. When we came together with these nations, especially this devil, it was for the worst, man.
We were separate.
We started taking on more of their customs and more of their philosophies and more of their ways. That just even polluted us even more.
We became forced into their ways now. Because now, guess what? Now our kids got to go to your schools and learn what you teaching your kids.
Yep.
You know, what you want them to know, we become like your kids. And this is the fruition of it. Of all that civil rights, this is what you get. These grown-ass little kids that follow direction of whatever the master tell them.
Integration.
No free thought.
Integration destroyed marriage.
Yep.
You came together and learned these philosophies from the white man, and now your woman's a feminist. Now she's a single mother. You know,
she's more masculine than you.
Your son's a faggot. Y'all come from a broken home.
Yep.
You serve this man's religion. You got to work for him and his establishment.
Yep.
That's all that happened when we came together.
You never get to enjoy your children.
You niggas was fighting for rights to have equal rights with some people that you better than.
Yeah.
You all right?
You had to come down to be lower.
Exactly. Got to a lower estate.
And you niggas still ain't equal.
No.
There's still Jim Crow laws as we speak.
Yep.
niggas get dismissed from restaurants just cause.
Yeah.
You know?
What do you say? I just don't want you here. I don't like you.
Yeah.
Like, man, I'm you know who I am? Like, I don't care anymore. I don't want you. Straight up. And he had to leave. You got something?
It's still whites only restaurants, bro. You go to a Waffle House down there, and that's really like damn near some of them Waffle Houses down there. It's whites only, man.
It's whites only pie. Since you niggas can read so good, you can read the sign.
Whites only waffles.
Yeah.
You know?
Jeremiah 14:2. Judah mourneth in the gates thereof language.
Those gates are
It represents the leadership.
Yep.
Yep.
The ones that bring in the knowledge and wisdom and the prophecy and visions and all of that too. They're supposed to be doing that. They're not doing none of it. They languish. They're broken down. And they don't. They're what they say. They are dumb dogs that do not bark. Oh, wait. So like, a dog's job is to bark to warn you of what's coming. They're not warning us of what's coming. Hey, when the last church pastor told you World War III is coming, get with Yahweh while Yahweh shy before you get destroyed. They don't say that. He ain't looking for that either.
They are blackened to the ground, and the cry of Jerusalem is going up.
Yep.
And
That's still basically your mourning. You got these leaders, supposed leaders, but you're still out there protesting and crying, and you know, you ain't in peace. These leaders ain't leading you to peace. They leading you further to destruction, man. You know, even Martin Luther King admitted to that before he dropped dead. I'm afraid I led my people to a burning house.
Okay, is that burning house?
It tells you that it was at the second Ezra. My people are led as a sheep, a sheep to the slaughter, man. Because you're led by false people, man, false leaders that's selling out to your enemy, man, and selling you out. All right, and that was beautiful. We brothers brought up 12 years a slave.
Yeah.
You know,
he looked at me like
12 years a slave.
He looked at me like birth of a nation.
Yeah, birth of a nation.
He
Yeah.
brought up 12 years a slave and how wonderful that was, but he didn't bring up. He didn't even see birth of a nation. How you not see that?
Yeah.
That's if there's a slave biblical movie, that's the one. That's the best slave movie ever. What's wrong with y'all? Better than Glory, better than all them other slave movies. Roots, better than all that. You got it, right?
And their nobles had sent their little ones to the waters, and they came to the pits and found no water. They returned with their vessels empty.
Yeah, they sent them down like they were supposed to bring something back, but they didn't retain nothing. They sent them on an empty trip.
No water, man. That cistern is just.
We thirsty. What you mean there's no water down? It's an empty pit.
And that false leader like, hey, I ain't got nothing for you.
Yeah, my bad.
My bad. I ain't got shit for you, man.
They gonna be looking like, man, we wasted the little energy we had going down there.
I'll give you what you think you want, but I ain't got it though.
They were ashamed and confounded and covered their heads, because the ground is chaff. For there was no rain in the earth.
Dry, just like your lips, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Literally, go ahead.
For there was no rain in the earth. The plowmen were ashamed. They covered their heads.
Yeah. Those are supposed to lift up aerate the soil to give it life so something can grow there, meaning this wisdom will grow within you. You'll grow back in the ways of the Lord, you know, but it wasn't able to do that. There was no moisture there. And they what did it say at the end right there? The last two lines? Last verse?
Because the ground is chaff, for there was no rain in the earth.
No rain, no moisture. Go ahead.
The plowmen were ashamed, they covered their heads.
If they were ashamed, they covered their heads because they led you astray. The Lord's going to destroy them. He's going to destroy you for following his ass for letting you lead him down that way. No?
And what's that water in there? You know, the rain, the water. It's this word, man. It's the water.
And none of them had this river of living water, man. None of them. all these leaders that sprung up over the years here in Babylon, none of them had the water, man. None
Not
of them.
Farrakhan, not Jesse Jackson, not Dr. King, not
They didn't have nothing for you, man.
Malcolm X, nothing.
Pursuing the John the 4th chapter. Yahushua was talking to the Samaritan woman.
Yeah.
John the 4th chapter, man. The water, Yahushua is that water.
Water that you shall never thirst again. Yeah. Rivers of living water. He said, from out of their bellies shall flow rivers of living water. They didn't have that. Well,
Jake still, Jake was thirsty, man. The Black Civil Rights Movement that rose up and came and left. Still thirsty.
You see that black civil rights stuff, that birth what these niggas is doing now with this militant shit. You know?
Black Lives Matter.
Black Lives
shit.
Matter. He even started with them.
That shit is dry as hell, man. What solution y'all gonna bring about just marching and being black?
Yeah.
You saw what it did before, and it didn't draw nothing profitable for you. Really, the last time you did that, integration came about it, but it fucked you up in the end. So what makes you think that same thing is gonna benefit you now?
It's the same. They use the same tactic on you with the victory of civil rights that they used with the gay movement.
Yeah.
It's full circle, right?
Well, the leader, the founder of that civil rights was he was a faggot, a civil rights activist, man.
Yeah, and he was with
LGBT rights too.
And he was in bed with your favorite civil rights leader, man. Writing his speeches. Martin Luther
And the
King.
same people that started the whole Black Lives Matter movement, he paved the way for them, because the ones who created that movement were sodomites and dykes.
Yeah.
So that's basically what that paved the way for.
Yeah.
Really for LGBT rights.
Yeah.
The right for you to be a goddamn degenerate, man.
Right.
So that's the leaders of my people, cause my people to err. Your leaders are leading you to death, man.
I want to say this: they never really integrated, because after that civil rights stuff, what had happened? Esau moved out of those areas, the Comptons and the Watts, the parts of the inner city, in Detroit, Southside Chicago. They moved to the suburbs.
Yeah.
All right, and they left you niggas.
He was like, we got all the nice stuff.
Yeah,
Esau
they
had.
left you niggas in the
Shit
ghetto.
turned right to the
Right
hood.
to the ghetto.
Yeah, and they just
stripping jobs.
after Esau had been living in there and basically used it all up.
Yep.
They gave it to you niggas.
Yep, as he always does.
You know.
He always lets you
And
take
now
the
he's
secret
taking
shit.
it back.
Yeah.
Yeah, now he want it back.
You want it back
I
now.
forgot this location was the shit. But look how he did you.
Prime example, how they did them Jakes down in Katrina.
Yep.
They got them all out of there. They couldn't go back into your projects and everything. And now we're gonna take this over. We're gonna build condos and
high-rise,
Starbucks.
yeah.
That's
I
what
bet
they
it-
doing down here too.
Don't let them put a Starbucks, TGI's,
Whole Foods.
Whole Foods,
Sprouts.
Yeah.
If that's going in your neighborhood, y'all niggas ain't.
Right. Yeah, you can't move
y'all
back.
can't move back, man.
Tax
Y'all
bracket ain't big enough.
oughta stay where y'all at. Find
But
somewhere
look
else.
at the simple tactic that he used on you. I want you to want to live where I live. I'm gonna move somewhere else.
Yeah.
Then I'm gonna want you to see how bad it is for you, how good it is for me. Then I want you to move where I moved. Then I'm gonna move back and build it up. And now you can't move back.
Yeah.
Now I got my original position. In real estate, there's the three most important things in real estate is location, location, location. So Esau can always build some new shit in that location. The location is the prime real estate, okay? That's what's important, and he remembers that.
That was it. And we gonna wrap up this time anyway. So with that, we're gonna close. We're gonna give all the praise, glory, and honor to
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Harakakadash.
double honors to the elder apostles, a great millstone who rule well. Blessings and salutations to the tabernacle of David. Shalom.